Hi, Deb.
Good morning.
Good morning. Just want to say Happy New Year to you and anybody who might be watching today. Cannot
Yes,
believe it's January 2024 already. It's
time
amazing.
flies.
It sure does. Hopefully, you had an awesome holiday season and
We
just
did.
want to say
We did.
again to
Yeah. Nice time to spend with family, and hopefully everybody else got to do the same. So
absolutely. And, again, holidays are over, but we sure wish the best for all of our clients and hope they had a great
that's right.
season. So.
Most definitely.
Moving on, we're going right into 2024, and today we just wanted to talk a little bit about the Minnesota Northwoods and Boundary Waters tour that is
Correct.
going in June of 2024. So we're just gonna pretend, the winter, spring isn't happening. We're gonna fast forward to nice weather. It's going to go June 9th through the 15th of 2024, and we're bringing this up today because we've extended our early booking discount for this
Yes.
trip. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe the price is $19.99 for double occupancy on this tour,
Yeah,
and
that's right.
through January 15th. So consider it a nice little New Year's special here. We're offering $50 off per person if you go ahead and sign up for this trip before January 15th. So um, again,
Yep.
it's a great deal. We want to get talking about this trip. Deb has planned it. She will be your host on this tour, so I will let her tell you all about it.
All right. Thanks, Rachel. Appreciate it. Well,
You bet.
this trip, I did this one about two to 3 years ago, 21 or 22. I don't remember which it was. It was after COVID. And I had a nice group up there, and they really, really enjoyed it. And so it's one of those things that if it works, don't fix it. And so I pretty well doing the same itinerary that I did back then. So I had a lot of good reviews on it after I got back, and so I just decided to pretty well keep it the same. If you're most of you are familiar with the Minnesota Northwoods and the area up there, and I'm partial to Minnesota anyway, living up here, but that's beside the point. Um, the Minnesota Northwoods and Boundary Waters territory is some of the most beautiful area you ever seen. You get up there around Lake Superior, and it's just gorgeous. So we're going to do that, and we're going to do some of the boundary waters up around Ely, and I'll tell you all about that here in just a little bit. But we'll start out on day one, on Sunday, June 9th. We will head up the Mississippi Great River Road up to St. Croix Falls, Minnesota, which is kind of northeast of the Twin Cities a little bit. And we're going to we'll get up there and get settled into our hotel there in St. Croix Falls. And then we're going to take you out on a narrated scenic sundown cruise along the beautiful St. Croix River. Down in the valley there, it really, really gets pretty. And the river valley. And so beautiful, beautiful green. So anyway, we'll do that first night. So we got something fun to look forward to the first day even. Then we'll, like I said, stay in St. Croix Falls that first night. Then the next day we will get up and we will head up towards Duluth. And we'll get up there probably late morning or around noon. We'll have lunch up there, and then we're going to go on another little cruise. We're going to go on a sightseeing harbor cruise there of the Duluth Harbor there, and it's a really neat cruise, and I think you'll enjoy that. After we do that, we'll take you over and get you checked into your hotel. Our hotel is right there on the waterfront, right on the harbor waterfront, the Canal Park waterfront, I should say. And that's where the lift bridge, if you've been up there before, which I'm sure quite a few of you have, we stay right there. The hotel is just about a block away from the Canal Park or from the Canal lift bridge. And so we'll be staying there. That afternoon, after the sightseeing cruise, we'll take you over to the Maritime Visitor Center, and we'll get to see that and have you visit there. And how long you plan to spend in there is entirely up to you, whether it be just a little while or you really enjoy it and you want to stay longer. That's going to be fine. You'll be on your own after that for the rest of the day. So you can leave there and you can walk the waterfront. You can go back and rest at the hotel if you'd like. There's lots of shops and stores, gift souvenir shops, all that stuff right up the street from the waterfront there. So you can just do, and as long as along with restaurants and all that good stuff. So you'll be able to take all that in and take as little in as you want or as much in as you want. So it'll be entirely up to you. And then the next day, Tuesday, day 3, we will leave Duluth and we're going to travel up, going northeast. We're going to go up the North Shore Highway. Beautiful, beautiful drive up along Lake Superior up there. And we will get up to Gooseberry Falls State Park. We'll stop and spend some time there, let you walk back in on the trails and see some of the beautiful waterfalls back in there. They got the upper and the lower and the middle waterfalls back in there, and they're really, really pretty. Spend a little bit of time there, and then we will leave there, and then we're going to travel up the highway just a little further, and we're going to stop at Split Rock Lighthouse. Again, that's a beautiful, beautiful place. The lighthouse sits way up there on top of the rock right on the waterfront, and it's really gorgeous. So I think you'll enjoy that. We'll leave there, and then we're going to head on up to Grand Marais, Minnesota. And that's where we'll be spending the night that night. And again, that night, just like the night before, we're going to be your hotel will be right on the Lake Superior waterfront. So you'll get to take all of that in. And they have a nice walking trail along there. So you'll get to do that and see that. So it'll be just kind of a nice, relaxing evening for you. Then we leave Grand Marais, and we will travel, we actually come back down the Superior Highway there just a little bit, back to Lutzen, Minnesota. And we're going to go back up in the woodsy area back up in there. We're going to take this really neat tram ride up the side of the mountain. There's a small mountain there. They consider them mountains in Minnesota. They're not like our big mountains out west, but they consider them mountains. Anyway, and we take a tram ride up the side of the mountain, go up to the mountain up there, and it's a gondola, but it's an enclosed gondola. And so we'll take that up the top of the mountain, and then they got a nice restaurant up there at the top, and we'll have lunch up there, along with, you'll get to see all the breathtaking views that overlook the Northwoods and Lake Superior and all that. And so you'll enjoy lunch up there. And then I did want to add also, too, that if by chance heights are an issue with you where you don't like doing these kind of things, you can certainly opt out of this. It isn't scary. It isn't obviously dangerous or anything like that. But it's just that sometimes these kind of things bother folks. And so we aren't going to force you to do it. So you can opt out if you choose to. So then we'll leave there, and then we're going to go, I'll fix this just a little bit there. Then we'll leave there, and then we're going to go up, head north. We're going to leave the Superior Lake shore, and we're going to head up towards Ely, up towards the Boundary Waters. I'm just adjusting that. Okay. Anyway, and we're going to head up towards the Boundary Waters, head up to Ely, and we'll be staying up in that area for 2 nights. First thing when we get up there, we'll get you checked into the Grand Ely Lodge, which is a super, super cool place. It's right on Shagawa Lake. Shagawa Lake is the beginning of the Boundary Waters. In that area, that's as far as you can go. It's as far as the roads go, the highways go. It's right on the beginning of the Boundary Waters, and so that's where our hotel sits. So we got a nice view overlooking the Shagawa Lake, and they've got your hotel there is gorgeous. And then they've got a nice area that you can sit outside out there, and with picnic tables and lounge chairs and all that stuff, and just enjoy the beauty and the calm and the quiet and lots of beautiful, beautiful views. And so we'll get checked in there, and then you'll have the evening there at the hotel to yourself. They have a nice restaurant right there at the hotel, so we'll be eating there at the restaurant that night. Then the next morning we'll get up, and this is day 5, Thursday, and we're going to do some fun things around the Ely area. And the first thing we're going to do is we just go right outside of Ely there a little bit, and it's the International Wolf Center is up there. And that's a really neat place to see. There you'll get to view captive wolves in their natural surroundings through these big windows they have. And you'll have the opportunity to learn more about wolves through a variety of exhibits and programs and that stuff that they've got there. It's just a really, really interesting place to visit. We'll just spend some time there, and then we leave there, and then we're going to go over just a couple miles down the road, down to the North American Bear Center. And this is the only black bear educational facility of its kind. And here you'll learn about bear behavior, the ecology, and how they coexist with other wildlife, and just all kinds of things. And then inside the center there, it's really, really cool because they have several full-size mounts of several different types of bears there that you'll get to see. The taxidermy work that these folks have done on these bears is just really phenomenal. It's really a cool thing to see. And again, that too has, that bear center is just like the wolf center. It has these big windows, and you can see some of the bears out there in their captivity out there, you know, how they're interacting and playing and doing all those fun things. So we'll get done there, and that pretty well takes care of the day between those two places. And then we'll go back to our hotel, and that night, weather permitting, we're going to have a picnic outside that night for our last night there. Where, again, like where I said, we're between the hotel and the lake. It's beautiful grassed out area there. They've got picnic tables and all that kind of stuff out there. And then the hotel will cater us out a picnic out there. It's usually, I don't remember if it's brats and hamburgers or hot dogs and hamburgers and all the fixings to go with it. But anyway, it's just a fun time to sit out there and relax and enjoy that evening. So then the next day, day 6, which is Friday, we will leave the Ely area, and we're going to travel southwest down towards Hibbing and Chisholm, Minnesota. And one of our first stops that day will be at the Discovery Center in Chisholm. And there you'll discover the history that makes up the Iron Range. That's a beautiful, huge, huge Iron Range area up through in there. And while we're at the Discovery Center there, we'll take a trolley tour. They'll take us to a location which shows a recreation of the mining towns from back in the early 1900s. And then after we leave there, we'll go for lunch, and then we're going to travel out to just outside of Hibbing there to the Whole Rust open pit mine. That's a really, really neat place. This open pit mine is the largest operating open pit mine in Minnesota. The pit stretches for more than 3 miles long, 2 miles wide, and it's 535 feet deep. It's really quite the thing to see. It's been going since back in 1895, and it was one of the world's first mechanized open pit mines. So I think you'll really enjoy that. And then we leave there, and then we'll travel to the Grand Rapids area, and there we're going to visit the Forest History Center. They're in that area, they're super big on logging. And so we'll learn all about the logging industry there at that stop, including in what it was like to live as a lumberjack back in the logging camps back in the earlier days. And then that night we will stay in Grand Rapids right there, and then the next day we'll come home from there. So that's the 7 days. Again, we're doing something every day, as you can see. It's just a little bit of everything. It's just trying to get you, into seeing just what Minnesota is all about, and just how interesting things are. You don't have to go that far from home to, it's not a million miles from home to, see some of this stuff and take in some of this stuff. The pricing, like Rachel said earlier, the pricing for this is $19.99 per person, double occupancy, $25.99 per person, single occupancy, and $17.99 per person, triple or quad occupancy. So, and again, like she also mentioned, don't dare forget the $50 early booking discount on that, because that makes a big difference. That's per person. And we've extended that. It was supposed to have ended tomorrow, January 5th. But due to just doing this travel travel talk right now why we've extended another 10 days. So you will have until January 15th to take advantage of this early booking discount. I do suggest that you not wait too long on this, just for those obvious reasons. We've had quite a few folks sign up for this trip already, but I still do have some open spots. So, and again, we're continuing to go just like we've always done before. Our bus, usually we're right at the 30 count mark for folks. We've been, ever since we come back from COVID, we've been doing that. And we're planning to stick with that number. So it's not a big packed bus by no means. It gives you a little room to stretch out and do all that kind of good stuff. Our departure cities are the usual cities: Fort Dodge, Waterloo, Ames, Ankeny, and Williams. So if you're interested, please either get a hold of me or call me, contact me, email, call the office, and we'll sure get you signed up for this. So I think, Rachel, that's about all I have to say on this right now.
Sure. So, any questions left? What do you do now? If you're interested about this tour, definitely, like Deb said, give the office a call. The number is listed below. You can also go to the website at northlandtravel.com. You can click on the group tours page and you will see the itinerary listed there if you'd like to do some of your own research or read the itinerary yourself. And then from there, sign yourself up, call and get signed up. You've got through January 15th to take care of this awesome deal of $50 off per person for the trip.
Yeah.
And I know would love to absolutely see you.
Yeah, and like I said, this is a really good trip, and you don't have to, it's not 2 days of traveling before you get to what you're going to see. It's just a nice few hour drive, and it's pretty country the whole way. So yeah, it's just very enjoyable.
Great. Thank you so much, Deb, and everyone. Thanks for tuning in here to this. Let us know if you have any questions. We'd love to see you in June.
Thank you. Have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.